We are back with some more Panthers franchise. And you're probably wondering, where's the Week 18 video? Well, there is none. I was insanely busy during that week. I was working very far away, about an hour away. So, coming home late with a newborn is hard. Trying to help out wifey. We can't be letting her do it all. And then we had to, had some family stuff we had to go to. So it was just chaos. And I'll be honest, I wasn't going to try to find an hour to 2 hours amidst all the chaos to try to play a Week 18 game that's meaningless for both of us. The 49ers didn't make the playoffs, and neither did we. Neither did I. So we ended up losing that third one, 31-28, and have a horrific season after following our best season, Season 2, where we got the second seed and, got knocked out we got the second seed, won our first playoff game, got knocked out in the second round. In the divisional round to the Lions, and we followed that up with just a horrendous season. But this season had a lot of stuff to go into it. Obviously, we started off bad, 0-2. Then Bryce Young got hurt for 4 games practically. So then we were rocking with a rookie backup quarterback who was drafted in the 7th round, I'm pretty sure. Either that or he was undrafted, I can't remember. And we had to roll with him for 4 games. And then, obviously, the baby's born, so we give up three or four forced L's, and then by the time, season's pretty much wrapped up by then. So it was a weird season. There was a lot of stuff involved with it. But as you see, my team ranks, I know we had a bunch of simmed games, so they're, not, even when we go through the stats here in this video, everything's going to be a little, skewed because there was, probably 5 or 6 sim games that happened throughout the season just due to everything. So, as the stats show, we were terrible everywhere. I mean, I guess we were okay in offensive passing yards per game, which is a little mind-boggling there. Other than that, we were god-awful just everywhere. So we have a lot of places we need to improve on, and we finally have a good amount of cap space in this offseason to finally go after some, hopefully, big-name players if they're there. We'll go through the list and see who's not signed. Obviously, there's still the final re-sign stage, so people can still sign and do their thing there. But it'd be interesting to see who's available. And we finally have some money. Usually, the past off seasons, it was like we have enough to maybe find one good player. And then we got to fill up some backup spots, and then boom, we're out of money. But this time, we will finally have some money to go after some players. And I'm going to be a lot more aggressive this offseason. So hopefully that helps. Obviously, you never know what comes. Maybe I lose on my bids and we get no one. So we'll have to see. First thing we're going to start off, though, is playoffs. Obviously, some games have already been played, but the AFC, the Broncos get the #1 seed, which is pretty interesting there. Ravens play the Patriots. The Colts take down the Bengals 26-24, and the Jets take down the Jaguars 36-31. On the NFC side, the Seahawks have the bye week again. What's new? Lions take on the Commanders. The Saints beat the Falcons 33-28, and the Cowboys play the Cardinals. So the next video I'll update you guys will probably be the final re-sign stage. And I'll go through all the playoffs and who won the Super Bowl and stuff. That'll be next video. So it might be a minute, until you guys see another video after me, just because, we're waiting on playoffs to happen. But I guess before we get into some offseason stuff, let's just go over the stats. Let's just get it out of the way. We don't even want to see our team. It's terrible. We'll start with the NFL. Who led and what? Obviously, the rookie, 6'5", 310-pounder. Of course he leads. What's new? What overall is this guy at? 77. That's it. That's crazy. Ridiculous. He also led... Oh, no. Never mind. It was Zach Wilson. 52 touchdowns. Just slinging it. Pick leader, Desmond Ridder with 35 picks. The rushing leader, holy moly, 1,942 yards for J.K. Dobbins. The touchdown leader, that is ridiculous. 30 rushing touchdowns is ridiculous. But, the Falcons do pound the rock. They do seem to pound the rock. Cole Parker, rookie quarterback for the Browns, leads in fumbles there. Receiving leader in the NFL, reception-wise, was Deontay Ferguson, rookie for the Bears. Yards leader, also Deontay Ferguson. Oh, that guy went on the tear. Michael Pittman had 22 touchdowns. Good for him. Sack leader, Alex Shelley, a tackle for the Manders. Our tackle leader was Devin White. It's always Devin White. Just always is. Tackles for loss leader, it's always him. Aaron Donald with 48. The sack leader was Dexter Lawrence with 19.5. Pick leader, Jesse Bates with 11. Forced fumble leader, who we got? Four people tied for first. Marcus Yates, Cater Kohu, I guess they say his name, Kevin Byard, and Devin White. Kickers, Justin Tucker's up there, only missed one kick, good for him. Punters, we don't care about punters, we don't. 4 kick returns for this man? Holy moly. And DJ Chark. Jeez. Maybe I should have kept DJ and put him on kick return, dude. Dang, okay. How's the punt returns looking? 3? Holy shit. Dude. I don't know if people are doing this. Let me tell you, Turpin, terrible. He's not going to be my special teamer because he was horrible. And people are crazy. How are they getting these? I want to say, actually, the Colts, now that I think about it, I think he got a return on me. I'm almost positive when I played him, he got a punt return for a touchdown on me. But I could be wrong. Yearly rewards, Zach Wilson wins MVP. Coach of the Year, Sean Payton. Probably both deserved. We'll start on the AFC side. Offensive Player of the Year, J.K. Dobbins. Defensive Player of the Year, Max Crosby. Chris Felder as Offensive Rookie of the Year. Willie McLean as Defensive Rookie of the Year. Anthony Richardson, Best QB. J.K. Dobbins, Best Running Back. Michael Pittman, Best Receiver. Best Offensive Lineman is Big Mike. Carl Thomas, Best D-Line. Max Crosby, Best Linebacker. Cam Taylor-Britt, Best DB. And Quinn Norton, Best Kicker. On the NFC side, Offensive Player of the Year, Bijan Robinson. I will be surprised if I see a single Panther up here. Dexter wins Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Deontay Ferguson. Not a single. Oh, wait, did I see a Panther? Oh, it's Packers. So many Packers. Nope, no Panthers. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Amari Sears. Not too. Wait, I did see a Panther. Look at that. Hardy, 9th place. All the way down there. Zach Wilson, Best QB. Bijan, Best Running Back. DK, Best Wide Receiver. Chris Lindstorm, Best Offensive Lineman. Definitely not a Packer up there. We were just terrible everywhere. Best Defensive Lineman, Dexter Lawrence. Owen Papo. Maybe that's how you say his name. Best Linebacker. Jesse Bates, Best DB. And Jason Myers, Best Kicker. I guess before I forget, I am changing both my playbooks, so if you want to leave a suggestion, go for it. We need help. I don't think our offensive playbook was that bad. I do kind of like a lot of the stuff they have in it, but I just want some change. Change doesn't hurt. We were terrible everywhere, so why not change it up and see, if we can make some things happen. So let's start with the stats. Like I said again, I'll say it again. We had a lot of sims, so a lot of these are kind of skewed, but for the most part, they represent how terrible we were. Rookie quarterback Braylon Harris, did not expect him to ever play. He had to play 4 games, 4 touchdowns, 8 picks. Not good. He was not good. Bryce Young, also not the best. Could have been, worse. Honestly, when I looked at these stats, I was like, I thought the touchdown interception ratio was close to 50-50, which it's still pretty close. But I thought it was like 23 touchdowns, 21 interceptions, something like that. So it's better than I thought, which I guess is good. But 3,560 yards for him, just not the season we would have hoped. Miles Sanders just barely cracks over 1,000. He needs to go. I'm sorry. I mean, look at this guy, man. He's a 90 overall. He has good stats, but he's just not very impactful. He's 90 overall that plays like a 75. Like he's just kind of there, doing his thing. He only had 1 fumble. I know that's what kind of screwed us in the playoffs last season. I believe he fumbled twice, 2 or 3 times actually. I think he fumbled 3 times, but we recovered 1 of them. So I know he kind of screwed us in the playoffs last season. I was like, let's give him another year. He had 13 rushing touchdowns, but I mean that's gonna happen when you get near the goal line and he runs it in. But he just. I'm tempted to cut him, honestly, and just move on. We'll see what the cap hit is. I know I have him in the trade block, but who's going to want to trade for an aging star running back? Probably no one. So it is what it is. We'll probably have to either just end up keeping him or cutting him. I'm not sure. Devin Red, I think he flashed more than Miles Sanders did. He had that 1 game versus the Patriots where he just absolutely dominated. So even if we do get rid of Miles, I'm open to just giving Devin the job and see what he can do, or maybe I sign someone in free agency if someone's there. But as a rookie for Devin, he did pretty solid. He was injured for he got injured week 1, I think, or week 2, and missed like 6 games or something. So he missed a good chunk of the season and still did very, very well for when he played. Vince, he got 6 touchdowns. Let me tell you, all these are in the sim. That's what I'm saying. Vince got 6 touchdowns. And I never put this man barely touched the field for me. So the fact that our 3rd-string running back in the Sims is getting touchdowns shows to me that Miles Sanders has got to go. I mean, in the Sims, coach is trusting our third-string running back to get it done. So, I don't know. A little crazy to me. All these guys were just on end-arounds, trying to make it happen. Nothing happened with any of it. Bryce Young ran the ball a little bit. Only 2 fumbles. I guess I'll take that. 2 rushing touchdowns. It is what it is. Not much to really look at over there. Offensively, this is where it gets interesting. This is where it gets very interesting. Obviously, Calvin Austin was amazing last year. He was hurt for about, how many games did he play? He played 15. I swear he was hurt for like 4. That isn't really, maybe he was only hurt for 2. I swear he was hurt for like 4, but I could be misremembering that. Not the best season for him. 61 catches, 896 yards, 5 touchdowns. Just wasn't as explosive as he was last year. Last year, I feel like we had so many downfield targets to him, and he was making getting open downfield, and I just feel like that wasn't really happening this year. We did have 2 1,000 yards receivers. Mingo led us in every receiving category in receptions, yards, and touchdowns. He is coming along nicely. He's sitting at an 85 overall star. Would love to get this guy up to a superstar and get him some abilities. I think that's when he will really take off. So he's getting there. It's taking him a while. Terrence, same thing. He's also getting there. He's at an 81 right now star. I will be completely honest with you. I am probably going to try to trade him. I think we have bigger needs, and he's a piece I'm willing to let go. And a lot of people, I mean, this is like your typical Madden receiver, right? 6'6", he's on a rookie contract, he's got 94 speed, and he's got all the traits you want. Doesn't have drop open passes. So I think he's going to be a hot commodity. I think we'll be able to deal him. And we'll see. We'll see. I'm not going to settle for anything. It's going to have to be a deal that I really, really like. But I think we need help elsewhere. We can pick up a vet wide receiver to fill in, and that's barring Doug. I'm also thinking that we got to get Doug the ball more. I mean, this dude's a beast. He had a terrible rookie year. He was horrendous. But the stats were there. We just got to get the ball more and get this guy going more. I mean, he's a monster. The fact that our first-round pick, the stats aren't as bad as I thought. I thought he was going to be like 400 yards, but he got 650, 55 catches, only 2 touchdowns. He's got to be better. He had a lot of drops, and we need to get him involved more because he's a beast. So I think out of all the receiving players that I'm willing to get rid of, Glover is the top one just because I think he's the most attractive. Mingo's up there, but I kind of want to keep Mingo. He's been, I've been liking what he's been doing. He's been kind of coming along for me. Calvin, down year, but I like him in the slot. So I'm open to moving him, but we'll see. We'll see how the offseason goes. We will definitely see. Blocking-wise, not the worst. I mean, our rookie center only allowed 3 sacks. Not too bad. Obviously, we're losing Taylor in the offseason. So we're going to have to fill our new right tackle spot. The left sides all are figured out. Left guard and left tackle, they're here. They're here to stay. The rookie here drafted him. He's young. Got Justin Robinson, second-year player. Probably one of the worst ones on my offensive line. Got him acquired him last season. But he's not a bad player. He was beat up. Honestly, our offensive line was really hurt. Like, Justin would miss some time, and then Daniel Wolf missed some time, and then my center missed some time. See, these 2 guys only played 14. He only played 1. So we were kind of all over the place. And, look, we have these guys playing games left and right. So, we were kind of getting beat up. So I'm not too worried about our offensive line. I'm not too worried. Our tackle leader is Jason Forbes. He's a beast. Jason's an absolute monster. Tackle for loss leader is Frankie with 18. More than I would have thought. Deion Nix had 16, Derek Brown 13, Jason Forbes 12. Look, we're 4.5 sacks. 4.5 sacks for a 93 overall X Factor. I did not get to play my Week 18 game, which is the game he was coming back from injury. So I don't know if his new superstar abilities are going to make him that much better. I'm going to have to wait till next season. I don't want to trade him because I still think it's very important to have a pass rusher of this ability. So I'm really hoping next season we see him be more dominant, and maybe all it was just getting new superstar abilities. So we re-rolled all of them. We got 4 new ones. Maybe that helps him out, but he was terrible. He's got to be better. We can't be having 4.5 sacks from a 90-something overall X Factor. It just can't be happening. 4.5, You're tired with Derek Brown. He's on the interior. I mean, come on. We can't be doing that. The sack department is terrible. Deion Nix is doing his best. And he's damn near an interior defensive line, too, because in nickel, he plays inside. I got Frankie and Brian on the outside. So Deion Nix does his best, man. That was just a brilliant draft pick for us. He's been great ever since we got him. But we got to be better elsewhere. And it might even be me trying to find a replacement for Frankie, because I know he led us in tackles for loss, but, I mean, he's out there nonstop, and he got 1 sack. 1 sack. It'd be big whoop, right? Come on. Jason Forbes got 2 sacks. Jordan Elliott, who's my 3rd defensive tackle, 2 sacks. It's not that difficult to get 1 sack. J.C. Horn, Dante Jackson. I mean, look at these dudes. Tyreek Smith barely even plays. All these guys got sacks. It's got to be 1 sack is not good enough. It really isn't. So our defensive line needs help. We need another bona fide star on there somewhere. I mean, even though on paper it's really not that bad. Deion Nix, Derek Brown, and Brian Burns, not bad. But we just play just horrendous sometimes. It's just embarrassing. How many picks we get? We had a decent amount, right? 3 touchdowns. Jason, Frankie, and Jeremy Chin all with touchdowns. I passed the interceptions, didn't I? Yeah, let's see. Jason led us with picks with 5, Jeremy with 4, Jamie with 3, a couple guys with 2. So defense got issues. I mean, they do. Eddie was fine. Missed 3 kicks on extra points and field goals. Probably all my fault. I think actually a couple were blocked. So not too worried about that. Turpin was just one of the worst decisions I've made. He played every single game. The man's longest kick return was 31 yards. Punt return as long as was 15. No touchdowns. No, I thought maybe, we could bring him along and he would help us out on special teams, and he was terrible. And so I didn't mean to do that. I might honestly just plop Calvin Austin back there, because Calvin Austin at least made plays back there. So I didn't really want Calvin to be back there, but I think it's time to bring his ass back, because he actually made plays back there for us. We got like 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns and a decent punt return here or there. So it might be time. It might be time. Last thing I want to talk about is I just for some reason just lost everything. But last thing I want to talk about is I just want to go through other people's free agents, just skim through them. I haven't actually even done this, just to see, because maybe you guys think we should go after some of these players. Now, obviously, there's the final re-sign stage. They could sign them, and it won't even matter. But just in case, you never know. Keenan Allen could be an interesting one if he doesn't drop too low overall. He'd be a cheeky little guy, a slot receiver. Always X factor. He'd be nice to have, if I do end up getting rid of a wide receiver. Let's see what else. Patriots, they got not much. I mean, Marcus Jones could be an interesting one in the corner. Actually, the Patriots, unless he signed him, yeah, CMC. Just saying. There's some interesting people out there. Got another tackler, Colton Miller. That could be an interesting one. Jacoby Myers, B.J. Hill. Not too bad. A very good punter there. Rams. Zach Martin, 99 overall, unless he retires. Travis Etienne, 90 overall. A couple running backs. That's why I'm kind of interested in maybe even getting rid of Miles Sanders, because maybe I could just pick up a running back. Another tackle here from the Ravens. Another corner here, DJ Reed, not too bad. JK's up to an 89, and he's, could walk. He could leave. So the running back market could be pretty good. Like I said, I'm open to getting rid of what's-his-face, but we'll see. The Saints got a lot of people. Romeo Doubs, Deebo Samuel, Mark Andrews, Keaton Mitchell. Can't talk. Another corner here, Alontae Taylor, not too bad. Another guard there. Shaq Leonard's an interesting one. Kwity Paye, very interesting player there. Boye Mafe looks pretty solid. I mean, there seems to be a decent market. I won't go through everyone. I mean, Joe Mixon, like I said, the running backs are there, man. Dameon Pierce up to a 93. He was great for me last year. Dameon Pierce was great. I love what Dameon Pierce could bring for us. Titans, not so much. Vikings, not so much there. But the market looks pretty good. So hopefully a lot of those guys stay unsigned and we can see what we can do in the offseason. But that is that. Year 3 was horrible. Year 1 was okay. We won a playoff game. Lost in the second round. Year 2 was great regular season, 2nd seed. Won a playoff game. Lost in the divisional round again. And then here in year 3, we don't even make playoffs. We look terrible. So it is what it is, long season, but next season we shouldn't have anything interrupting. We shouldn't have, 5-6 sim games. That shouldn't be a thing. It's a thing of the past. Hopefully we can just kill this offseason, draft some good players, and get a new playbook and be right back in the mix of it next season. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. I'll see you guys in the next one.